Welcome everyone to today's Ninja Skill Booster, Microsoft tools for ninjas. I am so excited about this one that I even got dressed up today. So, because this is a really exciting topic for us. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope today is helpful. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the lands that we are all coming from today. I'm coming to you from Guringai lands, the northern beaches of Sydney. I would like to pay my respects to elders past and present and acknowledge our shared future together. So please feel free to share in the chat where you're joining us from today. It's lovely to see you all. Michaela can't see my video. My video is definitely being broadcast, Michaela, so check your settings there. Welcome, everybody. Let's get started. We've only got half an hour and I have got so much I wanted to share today. I've had to cut it all down quite a lot. Our new workshop, Microsoft for Productivity Ninjas, is a 6-hour workshop. So we've got so much content we could share. I'll just start by introducing myself. For those of you that haven't met me, my name is Matt Cowdroy. I'm a productivity ninja here at Think Productive Australia. You can get in touch with me through any of the normal channels. Feel free to get in touch. I'll put my email in the chat for you as well. If you have any questions after today or you'd like to discuss anything, please reach out at any stage. If you don't know much about Think Productive, we are a global company. I'm the owner here in Australia and New Zealand, but our head office is in the UK. And what we're all about is creating a work revolution where everyone loves Mondays. This is what gets us all out of bed in the morning. This is what gets us turning up to share these fantastic ideas with everyone. A big part of this is helping reduce stress in the workplace, helping to make work more fulfilling. So our founder, Graham Alcott, wrote this fantastic book, How to Be a Productivity Ninja. And that's how I became a ninja. I bought this book nearly 10 years ago now and loved it so much that I started the business here. So today, our Ninja Skill Boosters. Our goal for these Ninja Skill Boosters is to provide you with a practical, punchy, and productive online session to support you, like we do this to support our whole community. And we see our community as past, present, and future productivity ninjas. So today is really just to help you as much as we possibly can. Our goal here is that they should be motivating, they should be informative, actionable. There's no point sitting through a workshop or investing half an hour of your time in this if it's not actionable at the end. So there'll be some great things today that I'm sharing that you can actually put into practice. And obviously time for Q&A. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. So today we're covering Ninja Weapon Savvy, one of our 9 ninja characteristics, getting into the technology, having a bit of a conversation around weapon savvy. I love this word confusion. This word confusion we came up with when we were developing our Supercharger team communications workshop, when we realized that there is so much communication that we're confused. There's just too much coming at us. So today, confusion or friend, we'll be talking about, what do you think about Microsoft? What do you think about all these different tools? They can be a little bit overwhelming. So we'll have a conversation about that and then share some tips from our new workshop, Microsoft for Productivity Ninjas. So they're so excited to be launching this workshop earlier this year. And this is still part of the launch process, if you like, sharing the details with you today, all about this workshop and how you can connect with that. So many of you will know our 9 ninja characteristics. And as I mentioned today, we're focusing on weapon savvy. Weapon savvy is around thinking about all our tools, thinking about all the things at our disposal. It's not always about having to go searching for the most perfect, the best, the latest software app tool. The thing with weapon savvy we talk about is psychology before technology, which I often describe as boss thinking. If you covered boss thinking with us in our workshops, boss thinking around our tools. What tools do I have? How can I use them better? Have I already got tools at my fingertips that I'm not even using yet? And we do. If we're using Microsoft, we have so many tools at our fingertips. So today we're going to uncover some of those. And this is all in this space of weapon savvy. I'd love you to have a think. Confusion or ninja friend, like when you think about the Microsoft tools, I'm going to launch a poll for this. when you think about your Microsoft tools, all the different Microsoft tools at your disposal, I'm just going to put a poll up on the screen here to see what you think about these. Okay, where's my poll? This one, I think it is. Yes, this one. I'll just put a quick poll up here. How do you feel about your Microsoft tools? Love to get some feedback from all of you. We've just got over 210 people, so we've got a good response rate here, good survey of what people think about their Microsoft tools. All right, just another few seconds on that one. All right, thank you. 2 seconds if you haven't answered it. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. I'll show you these results. Interesting. Pretty even at the top there. I love them. I'm using a lot of them. 46% of you. I'm often quite confused and struggle to find information. Yes, 41% of you. That's quite a lot as well. I'm really overwhelmed. 11%. I'm shocked at how difficult Microsoft makes everything. Only 2% of you. So there's a real mixture with us today. And obviously you can see from here, there's a lot of improvement we can make. There's a lot of improvement we can make. So by learning these skills, by this idea of ninja weapon savvy. Okay, some comments on the poll there. Thank you. That was just to get us thinking. So this is our new workshop, Microsoft for Productivity Ninjas. The subtitle we've put for this workshop is Bossing the Tech, getting on top of the tech, understanding the tech better. What we do in the workshop, we try to get rid of this confusion. We explore a whole range of different Microsoft apps and tools that are available for us. We discuss and demonstrate lots of the really useful ones. We talk about how to set them up, how to use them, and we practice all this in the session. This is the really powerful part of our new workshop, is actually practicing them in the session. And I know I'm just talking about the new workshop at the moment. I am going to share with you some of the content shortly. This is some of the stuff we cover in the workshop right now. I'm not going through this slide. I'm not going to read this out word by word, but you can have a quick skim read of this and see all the different things that this workshop covers. It's a beast. It's extremely comprehensive. That's why it's 6 hours. We go deep. We really get stuck into all these different things. There's demonstration videos that we show for most of these topics. We even spend like 15 minutes on OneNote, during the session to really give everyone a chance to get started on OneNote. Yeah, that's interesting, Elaine. I only use 1 or 2 from the list. This is often the way, isn't it? A lot of us don't even know that all these different things exist in Microsoft. All right, so a big list there. What I'd like to show you now is some of our tips for today. As I mentioned, we want these Ninja Skill Boosters to be actionable. So what can I share with, this was a tough one. It's like, what can I share with you today in 20 minutes or 15 minutes that's going to make a difference for you? So we're going to have a look at Microsoft To Do very briefly, very briefly. We're going to have a look at removing the confusion from Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams can be extremely overwhelming and hard to pin down how to use it in the best way. So we're just sharing one tip from each of these today, just to give you a feel for the kind of things we do in the workshop. And sending emails with Kick. So in this workshop, we talk about Outlook, but as many of you know, we've got our Inbox to Zero workshop as well. So we don't cover the Inbox to Zero content, because that's a whole separate thing on its own, but we cover ways to use Outlook better, ways to send emails with Kick. So let's get started. Number 1, Microsoft To Do. Microsoft To Do is a beautiful way to set up our digital action list, our digital second brain. You can see the heading here, link it and sync it. Once we get it all connected to our different tools, well, it connects itself. That's the beauty of Microsoft. It will connect itself basically once we log in. But once it's connected to our calendar, our Outlook, our Microsoft Teams, we can start to use it as a really beautiful second brain. In our one-day workshops and in our 6 Weeks to Ninja, we help everyone set this up. In our Microsoft workshop, we also spend about 45 minutes where you get this set up, you build it for yourself. What this does, it makes your second brain ultra powerful and easy to use. So this is what Microsoft To Do looks like. I'm not demonstrating its functionality today because we do have this very short session to share with you as much as we can. But if you just log into Microsoft and search for the To Do app, you can get a standalone app on your phone or on the computer. You can also run it through Outlook. There's a little tick, it's called Tasks. You can run it through Teams. You can run it through the browser. So you can access Microsoft To Do in many ways. So on the screen, you can see, I'm just looking at my second screen over here. You can have different lists down here, different lists, different groups of lists, different projects you might be working on, and you can put tasks into each of these. You can come up with a priority list just for today. You can even flag emails. And when you flag an email in your Outlook, it will pop up in here. Through Teams, is this Tasks by Planner and To Do? Yes, it is, Bree. Thank you for that question. So in Teams, you'll see it on the left-hand side there called Tasks by Planner and To Do. When you access it through Teams, it doesn't have quite the same functionality. It'll have all the same data. You can still use it. But if you actually open up the To Do app, I find the user interface is nicer. But it's the same data. It's all syncing. So the beautiful thing is you can actually access it through multiple places. And we play with all this in the workshop. We get in, we show you all the different options. So that's just a very quick introduction to Microsoft To Do. A lot of people don't know this exists. A lot of people are using the Tasks app or Tasks by Planner, but it's actually using Microsoft To Do in the back end. So you can access the app itself, which often gives you this more beautiful visibility of it as well. So that's a quick introduction to Microsoft To Do. In the workshop, we play an 11-minute video. It's the longest video we have, the longest demonstration video. Most of them are 2 or 3 minutes. We play an 11-minute video that gives you a full rundown on that. So yeah, you get a really beautiful instruction guide on how to use that. Now, Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is overwhelming. That's what we always hear, the confusion. I think it was 41% of you said, you know, I'm confused. I struggle to find information sometimes. So what we want to do is remove the confusion in Teams. In the workshop, we take you through a bit of an overview, the difference between teams and channels, the difference between the tabs within the channels. But what I wanted to share with you today is one beautiful tip. So if you're using Microsoft To Do, you can actually create tasks in To Do directly from Teams. So I'll say that again. You can actually create tasks in Microsoft To Do directly from Teams, directly from your channels, directly from your chats. So I'll play you a video for this one because I wanted to demonstrate for you or give you a sneak peek of what these videos look like. Our UK team have done a fantastic job putting all these demo videos together. So I'll play this one for you now. It's only about 2 minutes long, I think.
This video will show you how you can take a request that someone's asked of you within Teams and turn it into a task straight to your Microsoft To Do. So we're inside the Posts tab at the moment, and a colleague has asked me, can I update the data sheet for last quarter for our department meeting next month? Well, that's a task, so I'd like to get it straight into my Microsoft To Do. And if I go to More Options, Create a Task, it will give me the choice of where I want to send it, and I'm going to send it straight to my task list for now. I can add a due date if I like, so let's make the due date today and add it as a task. Let's now look inside a chat. So my colleague has asked me, can I please send the updated brochure? Well, I need to do a bit of work on that before sending it, so it's a task. If I right click here, create task, in exactly the same way, I decide where in OneNote I want to send it, I can add a due date and add it as a task. And now if I open up Microsoft To Do, you'll see that both of those tasks are now waiting for me in my tasks, but also in my day, because I've dated them today. And then with any other task, I can do whatever I like to change the wording. I can add any more notes. It will take me directly to the Teams post if I ever need to go back to it. And then once I click away, the task is there ready for me to do.
Thank you, Stephanie, for that comment. I'm curious to know, this is amazing already, says Paul. Thank you, Paul. I'm curious to know, did you know that you could do that? Yes or no? Did you know that you could do that in Teams to do? Yes or no? Because this is what we're looking for. Look at all the no's. This is what we're looking for. We're looking to share tips in this workshop that are going to give you these ways to integrate these Microsoft apps together that make it easy. And when you're using Microsoft To Do as your second brain and you're keeping it up to date, you will no longer lose those things in Teams. You will no longer think, was that a chat? Was that a post? Because we really can't change that. Microsoft's built that the way it is. I think we will all still get bombarded with chats, posts, requests in there, but now we can do something about it. We can take control over this. Just make sure you change your chat, everyone, please, to go to everyone rather than just hosts and panelists. And before I move on, I just want to answer a couple of questions. I've got to scroll all the way back up here now. Someone asked, when is the next Inbox to Zero workshop? It's probably in about 3 months. Mirella, you will see it on our website when we pop it up there under public workshops. But remember, we always run these workshops in-house as well. So if you've got a team of people and want to get a team of people to run a workshop, we'll run it for you anytime. That's 99% of the work we do. And Nikki says, I think we only have To Do in Teams at TAFE, not a standalone app. That might be the case, Nikki, but you may be able to log into To Do via your Office 365 portal and get it to pop up as well. So just have a look for that there. Will we get a copy of the recording? Yes, Bree, this always gets recorded at Ninja Skill Boosters and placed on our YouTube channel, and I'll show you how to access that at the end. There's so much more we can learn. Beautiful. Let me show you another thing. Sending emails with Kik. Sending emails with Kik. So as I mentioned, in this workshop, we're not saying we're not doing Inbox to Zero. We're just thinking, how can we do a better job with sending emails? So one screen on this one for you. Did you know that when you send an email, if you're asking for options, if you're saying, what day would you like to meet next week? There's other things you can do for that, but which restaurant would you like to go to when we have our team offsite day? Or can you please approve this, yes or no? So there's voting and there's polls available for emails. So when you send an email, you can go to the options tab and use voting buttons. And you'll see when you open that up that you can create a poll, you can do yes or no's, you can also do approval or not approve. If you create a poll and send it to multiple people, as they fill it in, you can see the updated results just automatically appearing in the email. So we've got videos that describe all this in the workshop, and that's quite a straightforward feature. You can just have a play with that one. So once again, did you know about that feature? Yes or no? I'd love to just see in the chat, please, because this is me doing a little bit of using our community. Thank you, to do a little bit of research on this as well. There's a few more yeses there, okay, but I'm going to guess it's probably still about 80% no. Lots of yeses, lots of clever people. I didn't know about this one until I saw the workshop that our UK team were creating. So there are top 3 tips, everyone. So, that idea of, I'll just go back to the slide of the 3 tips. Use Microsoft To Do as the second brain. Like, get that set up. It's absolutely brilliant. Start using Microsoft Teams better. And one way to use Microsoft Teams better for ourselves is adding those tasks to do. Think about ways of sending emails with Kik. Now, what I also just want to cover is I'll just go back to the slide that covers all the content. Now that I've shared with you like the way we do it, we've got demonstration videos on a lot of these things, and we also get you to get in there and play with it. Now I've got a little bit of extra time, so I'm going to share just a couple of extra Microsoft tips for you, just while we're here. You know how we're always doing copy paste or cut paste, Control C, Control V. Did you know that if you press the Window key and V for paste, it brings up all your recent cuts or copies. So it brings up your clipboard. So you know how you've copied something and you want to paste it, but then you copy something else and you've kind of copied over the top. Just use Window V and you can see all your recent paste. I can see Denise say, I recently learned that feature. It is life-changing, Denise. Um, Once again, did you know about that feature? Yes or no, everyone? I'm really curious. No, 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 no. Okay. So this is what we're looking for. Wow, look at all the no's. We're wanting to give you these simple tips to make a difference. The other thing we like to talk about is the snipping tool. You can see it's here. The snipping tool is a beautiful Microsoft way of taking screen grabs really quickly. Didn't work for me, says Derek. Okay. Uh, and Isabel, what did you say you do again? When you're copying and pasting, so do your Control C for your copy, but instead of doing Control V for paste, if you do Window V, like the Microsoft Window key, it brings back all your recent copies, right? So you know, so you can see all your recent copies. You don't you're not replacing them all the time. Well, you are replacing them, but you can go back and access them. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Today's been quite a quick session. Went faster than I expected, to be honest. If you'd like more of this, so as I mentioned, we do in-house workshops. We can come and run the Microsoft workshop for your team. You can get all the details on the website, and I'll show you where to get that. And we have a public workshop coming up for Microsoft for Productivity Ninjas. So the public workshop is a beautiful way to trial it. You know, come along as an individual or buy a ticket for 3 or 4 of your team. And I'm going to show you now where to access all this information. So the public workshops are on our website. If you go to thinkproductive.com.au, go to Invest in Yourself courses, and you can see the public workshops here. So I'll put this link in the chat for you. Karen says, Window V will be a game changer. It is, Karen. It really is. So there's the link to the public workshops. So that one's coming up on the 13th of March. If you would like to run one for your team, just get in touch with us. All the details on the team workshops are under team workshops, all workshops. And the other thing I just wanted to show you is that's how you access our YouTube channel. That's the easiest way to find it. Just go to our website, click on that, and you can see all the recordings. I can see there's a question there, which I'm going to answer as well. Thank you, Bree. So once again, get in touch with me if you have any questions, and I'll just look at some of these questions now. We also do have a giveaway coming up, so hang around. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for your lovely comment. And Bree says, if I have a to-do list and go on unplanned long leave, is there an easy way I can share this to my coworkers so they know where I'm at? You can share lists. So if you've got all your tasks in one list, if I go back to that Microsoft to-do screen, Bree, if you've got all your tasks in one list down here, you can share the list with someone so someone else can have access to that list, which is a beautiful way to collaborate as well. We cover all that in the workshop. So it's kind of like today was, oh, what can we take out of 6 hours of content and share with you in 20 or 25 minutes? Any other questions at all? And then I'll give you my quick giveaway. I need this pep talk. Thanks, Elaine. All right. I'm going to stop the recording because I don't like to record the giveaways. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Thank you for watching the recording.